Hello everybody, Frank Kenny here again with another quick chamber training, this one on Twitter for chambers. So your chamber's probably got a Twitter account. It probably looks something like this page, and you may be thinking that, what good is this at my chamber following all these tweets, and I don't get much value from them, and we don't interact very much. And all that is very true if that's how you treat Twitter, but treat it this way. First of all, every one of these people should be your members. But how do you do that? Well, you create a list. So you go to Me, and then you go to Lists. And over here, you would create a list of chamber members, because you really want to focus on your members and prospects. So for me here, I have this list of chamber professionals, because that's my target market. That's who I consult with. This is the people that hire me to speak at their conferences. And so now I can be very specific about knowing everything they talk about and interacting. I can do replies, I can do retweets, I can favorite their posts. And of course, they get a message when somebody replies or somebody retweets or somebody favorites their post. So every time you do an interaction like that, it builds the relationship a little more, creates a little reciprocity. If I keep on doing things like for Anissa or Christina or Ken, I just every day go out of your way to give gifts, be generous. But here's a whole nother step I want you to consider here. This is Google Chrome that I'm using, and if you come over here, click there, and then you go into settings, and then you bounce over, you go to extensions. You can add all sorts of different things that Chrome can do for you. One of the things Chrome can do for you is add the Klout scores to people's timelines on Twitter. So I've already downloaded it. I just enabled it. So now we'll go back to Twitter, and I will reload this. And what this is going to do is it's going to go over to Klout and say, what's this person's Klout score? And put it right in my Twitter feed so that I can know of my members who's really influential, who has a lot of clout. So I'm coming down my scores here, and I come across Norma Davey. Most of you probably know Norma Davey. She has a Klout score of 60. That's very high. A lot of people are happy in the 20s and the 30s. She's all the way in the 60s. So all of a sudden I look and say, oh, here's a member that's got a lot of clout. She's somebody I want to focus on, because when she's a super connector, she has a lot of influence, and all of a sudden I'm starting to go, well, I can gauge my members' influence right from Twitter through Klout, and it just makes it so much easier to know who to really concentrate your efforts on. Like Dan Zarella here, huge Klout score, 72. If I want to click through, it takes me directly to his Klout score. By the way, you all have Klout scores too. You might want to look yourselves up. But here is Dan, and I can look to see who Dan influences. This could be people from your community. You might find there's an ecosystem that develops around who influences who online, and Klout is a great way of surfacing that information. So hopefully this was helpful to you. Create a list of your members so that you can go to that every day. Don't spend all your time in the general news feed of Twitter, because it's just too much information from too many different people. You really need a list of just your members and prospects. And of course, again, you just do that from Me, and then you go to Lists, and you go to Create List, and then you can create a list, and then you start adding people to it. And so very easy to do. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. Have a good day.